been done with any sort of care or skill at all. It needs to be fit for the purpose, and another part of this is the contract element. So we've got to really look at what you guys agreed to do, what you agreed to put in. If you contract for a specific part of the job, for example, say you're putting in brown paints on a part of the house, and you show up and it's actually yellow paint, that's not what you contracted for. So you can have some sort of remedy there. You also have the guarantee of the job being completed on a reasonable time and for a reasonable price. What's reasonable is a really big question, and you probably need further legal help if it's in a grey area for you out there.
And for fixing the problem, it's the same as if it were a good. If you can avoid getting it fixed yourself, it's always best because it's practically more difficult to claim the money back later.
Yeah, and if it's a serious problem, you can cancel the contract. You may even be able to claim damages from the supplier. For example, if the negligence of the power company caused Jonty's TV to break because of the power supply, then he could potentially also try to claim the money for that back as well.
For sure, that's right. And good work, everyone. So now we're going to take a quick break with the Waitamata Community News. And when we get back into it, we'll be looking at false advertising. It's going to be very exciting. So don't go anywhere. You're on Radio Waitakere Law with Jonty, Haley and myself. So there's plenty of great night school classes going on in Western North Auckland at the moment. And it's something you should really check out. The booklet's actually out for the adult education classes in West Auckland now. And it goes on for the whole year, and there's some really great things going on. Of course, I've got a bit of an ulterior motive myself bringing it up because I've got my own classes coming up in there as well. So I'm going to be teaching in Rutherford and Massey High Schools out west, and Rangitoto and Northcote Colleges on the shore this year. So feel free to check us out. I'm really looking forward to teaching those myself. And we're going to be doing some really great diverse things as well. We're going to be talking about wills, we're going to be talking about trusts, and of course, employment law, of course, is always a hot topic there. So we're going to be doing that, and it's going to be really great. But it's not just us that you should have a look at. There's so many great courses in there. You could learn a language, you could learn how to cook some weird and wonderful things. There's even a soap making course that I might be getting into myself. So check that out today, guys. I'm sure there's something in there for you. You'll be really glad for it. So there's a call for submissions to Art on the Street in Glen Eden. So this is a really good initiative and a really exciting project for anyone with a bit of an artistic streak. So what it's all about is you design a street sculpture themed on a business in Glen Eden. And there's 3 prizes to be won, and the top prize is $1,500. So it's really, really good if you're a bit of an artist. You've got until January the 20th to register, so I'd get in there quickly. And you can find out more at whitestar@slingshot.co.nz. That's whitestar@slingshot.co.nz. I know a few people out there already have a New Year's resolution to get out there and just get involved in different things, and that's really, really great to do. And probably the best way you can do that out west, I think, is to subscribe to the Community Waitakere newsletter. So that comes through your email every weekday, and it gives you a look at really what's going on out west. Check it out at communitywaitakere.org.nz. That's communitywaitakere.org.nz, and just get into it. There's all the news that we present on the show, for example, comes from there as well. So yeah, thanks to everyone at Community Waitakere for that. Finally, if you wanted to call us, if we haven't plugged Waitakere Law already, then we're back from the summer break now, so do come in and have a chat if you've got a legal issue on your mind. So cheers for that, everybody. Okay, Jonty, I understand you've got a bit of a fake ad for us, so let's get into it.
That's right, everyone. Now, for everyone listening out there, we are going to give you a little ad and see if you can pick up on some of the inaccuracies in it. Here we go.
Hey, everybody, have you checked out New West Lawyers? They have lawyers all from the highest courts of London and America, and they not only win your case, but there's been scientific studies that suggest you lose weight just by visiting their office. Both the King of Siam and the Royal Family of America have used this service, and we can guarantee you will win every case. We'll even throw in a free gift with every lawsuit.
While stocks last, only one free gift per month supplied.
But you have to come now, or we'll come find you and drag you in.
So this is covered by the Fair Trading Act 1986, and there are just a number of reasons why that ad is terrible. And this really protects consumers basically by making traders act appropriately and make sure they can't make outrageous claims like that. So the main section is actually Section 9 of the Fair Trading Act, and it prohibits traders from misleading or deceptive conduct. So this includes misleading the public about the nature, manufacturing process, characteristics, suitability for a purpose, or quantity of goods and services received. So this claim about how they're going to win every case, this is clearly wrong, and it's clearly a breach of the Fair Trading Act. So traders are also prohibited from making false or misleading representations about goods or services, including false advertising, place of origin or price.
It also stops traders from engaging in unfair practices, including offering prizes or gifts without intending on supplying them. It stops bait advertising as well, which is when a trader will advertise goods at a particular price without intending to supply them for that price. It stops pyramid schemes, stops traders demanding payment for unsupplied goods, and also stops harassment and coercion when supplying goods and services.
You can complain to the Commerce Commission about any misleading practices in this area. They are a government agency responsible for upholding the law in this area. If it's really serious, they can choose to bring a court case against the trader. You can also demand that the trader fix the situation. If the matter isn't resolved, you can take the trader to the Disputes Tribunal and also apply for an injunction to stop the action.
That's right. Reporting to the Commerce Commission is a really, really good thing to do if you get this sort of thing, because these complaints build up and build up and build up, and it's the only really way of protecting other people. So people with that social justice frame of mind really get in there and complain to the Commerce Commission if you've got problems. The other thing about this Fair Trading Act is something that we as former retail workers, we really love this because it got quoted to us all the time when there's something wrong with the price has been put up incorrectly and they've been charged differently. So that can come under the Fair Trading Act. So really keep a lookout for those sort of things and check your receipts. We've got some tips for you when you're handling consumer problems as well. The first thing to do is really get all your facts straight. So collect up any papers that you've got, for example, any receipts, any quotes, any contracts, any sort of evidence that you have. Write everything down, and particularly if you're relying on something verbal, the facts may not be 100% clear, so really get it in there and really get everything down.
Contact the supplier by phone or in writing. If you're talking to them on the phone, take note of what they're saying, as it could be important later. Address the complaint to the manager. They are likely to have the power to grant your requests.
When you're talking to them, explain clearly what is wrong and what you want, whether it's a refund, replacement, or repair. If you're doing it in writing, give them a set time frame to respond, or they may just ignore you.
If you aren't getting any joy that way, the next step is the Disputes Tribunal. You can get the forms and any advice you need from us.
That's right. So basically, if you go to the store or go to the supplier and say, look, I want a refund for this because you've done wrong by me,